Welcome back, everybody. We're back together with another video, and we have some breaking news. Folks. The Acolyte is now over. There will be no season 2. It is officially canceled. This news just dropped about 10 minutes ago. You guys can actually see right here on Deadline. The Acolyte canceled. No season 2 for Disney Plus's Star Wars series. I'm not surprised. Are you?
No.
I mean, nobody watched the show. The ratings were an unmitigated disaster. And I'm actually curious now, what are the final ratings here on Rotten Tomatoes for The Acolyte? Let's just see here real quick. The Acolyte, 18% with the audience. Yeah. Disastrous. This was probably the biggest failure in Star Wars history. I didn't like it at all. So what do you think? What are your thoughts on this?
Well, it's not surprised that it's canceled because there's a lot of things that doesn't make sense. For example, like Plagueis.
Yeah. That was Plagueis
in the show, and it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and then Leslie Helen did confirm that that Plagueis is actually Cormier's master, which that shouldn't actually happen because Palpatine was his only apprentice. There was other potentials, but Plagueis actually killed him.
Yeah,
so.
And the two main women.
Oh yeah.
Has the highest whatever that is.
Midichlorians. We don't know that midichlorian count. It was probably off the charts, and they were created by the thread of the Force. Nobody liked that because it definitely undermined the creation of Anakin that we found out in A Phantom Menace.
Yes.
But man, this is bad here.
And it's also showed that it was the witches who created,
right.
And Dark Plagueis it's a copycat.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, definitely did not like that, but it's canceled. It says here the news is not entirely surprising. The Acolyte did okay with critics. I believe the critics were just shilling for Disney Star Wars. By the way, look here, 78% with the critics. Remember, it was like at 93, 94% at first. Mm-hmm. It really dropped off with the critics. I just noticed that. But divided Star Wars fans, which was reflected in its overall viewership. Driven by interest into the venerable franchise, The Acolyte got off to a strong start when it launched June 4th with 2 episodes generating 4.8 million viewers in its first day on the streamer to rank as the biggest premiere on Disney Plus this year. The tally rose to 11.1 million viewers globally after 5 days of streaming. Those numbers are kind of finagled, but I'm not even going to get into that. Corroborating Disney's data, the series made its debut on Nielsen's top 10 originals chart in its premiere week at number 7, climbing to number 6 the following week. But it does say here The Acolyte could not sustain the momentum, dropping out of the top 10 in week 3 and staying off before returning at the release of the finale at number 10, believed to be the lowest for a Star Wars series finale. Man.
So they know if season 2 if they're going to produce season 2, they are going to lose more money.
They put a lot of money in this show. It was like 180 million or something. It was an insane number.
And the rating is so low. So if they produce season 2, the rating will be low and they will lose more money.
They're going to lose more money.
And do you think that they are more focusing on making the movie The Mandalorian and Google?
Yeah, well,
Grogu?
that's gonna actually happen. We know that. And by the way, Tamora Morrison actually came out and said he will not be in that Mandalorian movie as Boba Fett. So Boba Fett also seems to be shelved because season 1 was terrible. But when you actually compare the Book of Boba Fett to The Acolyte, Book of Boba Fett was terrible, but it was way better than The Acolyte.
Don't you think that, Kathleen Kennedy say she won't retire until she get a hit? So do you think they are focusing on making a movie that will hit so she could retire?
Good luck with going out with a hit, because I don't see a hit coming. What is a hit? You have to make money in order to have a hit. I don't even believe that the last movie they put out, The Rise of Palpatine, actually made a profit. I believe that movie lost money after its release. Based on when we actually found out the numbers, it didn't add up. They lost money, I believe.
Yes, but are they betting on the upcoming movie, The Mandalorian and Grogu?
But the thing is, The Mandalorian and Grogu, that's not going to have the appeal of like a saga movie. This is an offshoot right here. So it's going to be different. I don't see that movie generating $1 billion. And we know that they're definitely going to put money into that movie. I think it's a safe bet that any Star Wars movie that they actually come out with, based on the budgets and the marketing, because it's going to be off the charts, it's going to need like $1 billion just to break even. And I'm not sure that movie, because there's been so much damage to Star Wars, I don't think that movie would make $1 billion.
But a lot of people like Baby Yoda, so...
Yeah, but a lot of people also hated Mandalorian Season 3, too.
True.
So, but man, I almost wish that this was a movie right here, because I believe this, if they actually made a movie out of The Acolyte instead of a TV show, it would have bombed so badly. This show was a complete disaster. So it's definitely not shocking that they said, all right, enough. We're not going to make any more. We lost money on this thing, and I'm pretty sure they did. We're going to go on and do something else and probably lose money on that. I mean, at this point, Disney Star Wars is in the business of losing money. They lost money on Obi-Wan. They're losing money on all these shows on Disney Plus.
Yes.
So that's why they're trying to go back to the movie theater now. But I think the only way they make money on stuff now, they're going to have a modest budget with these projects. I mean, The Acolyte spent like $100 million more, I believe, than Obi-Wan. I believe Obi-Wan only got like $80 million or something like that. And this show got $180 million. Why in the world would you actually put that much more money into a project when nobody knows these characters, nobody cares about them, but everybody loves Obi-Wan and Anakin, and you gave that show like almost no budget? That's weird.
Yeah.
That make any sense? But they have it, man. The Acolyte canceled. It is done. Good riddance, Leslie Headland. Remember, she actually put out some plans for like a season 2. Oh, done. Not happening.
But do you think they will still ask her to write another Star Wars movie or TV show?
No, absolutely not. I believe she's going to get the Rian Johnson treatment. Like, they probably won't officially tell her, hey, we don't want you around. Like Rian Johnson, they haven't officially told him, you're not getting your trilogy. But after this many years, because they announced his trilogy like 7 years ago, nothing's happened. Leslie Headland, Rian Johnson did a better job than Leslie Headland. That's wow. That just tells you how bad the show was. That The Last Jedi was better. Well, there you have it, guys. That's going to wrap up this show. We'll be back tomorrow with another video. Until then, be safe.
Goodbye.